That real shit, that real shit, that real shit, that real shit, that real
yes,
shit,
that real shit,
that real shit, that real shit,
that real shit,
that real shit, that real shit, sports talk. That real shit, that real shit,
that real shit,
that real shit, that real
yes,
shit,
that real shit,
that real shit, that real shit,
that real shit,
that real shit, that real shit, sports talk.
What up, y'all? Coach Smith, aka Mr. Get You Right Up in this motherfucker, man. I want to welcome everybody to the 13th episode of That Real Shit Sports Talk. Shout out to everybody who watched the 12th episode. Thank you for your views. Thank you for your attention. I know there's a lot of outlets out there for your attention, so I appreciate everybody's attention and interest in what I'm doing, man. I really do appreciate that shit. I'm going to keep saying it because I really do appreciate y'all eyes, man. I want to go over three things today. I want to talk about the NBA and the triv they got going on right now. I want to talk about this week's college football top 25, make a few picks, and then I want to get into the NFL this week and make a few picks for the NFL games this weekend. So let's get right into it. The NBA is beefing with China, homie. The NBA is beefing with China something serious, all over a fucking tweet. The general manager of the Houston Rockets, first, hold on. I cracked a little bit. First, hold on. The Houston Rockets are overseas. I think they're in China right now playing some exhibition games. The general manager of the Houston Rockets came out and made some what are being called controversial tweets. Well, he made one tweet that's being called super controversial. In that tweet, Daryl Morey, the general manager of the Houston Rockets, said, "Fight for freedom, stand with Hong Kong." I don't want to get too political right now, but if y'all don't know what's going on in Hong Kong right now, the people of Hong Kong are going at the government real heavy right now in protesting for their democracy, for their freedom. If you don't know, China is a communist country, so they're not for freedom of speech whatsoever. You know what I mean? They're very rigid with their beliefs. I'll say that. So the general manager of the Houston Rockets came out and said what he said. The NBA does real big business with China. From what I'm reading, from what I've read, from what I've heard, a lot of it started with Yao Ming. He obviously played for the Houston Rockets, so that tie kind of creates personal business relationships. I think the GM of the Houston Rockets was kind of being a little bitch. They're over there right now getting ready for some exhibition games. He probably isn't feeling the culture over there and kind of got in his feelings about what he's experiencing over there and intentionally made this tweet to stir up some shit, not realizing the magnitude of the shit he was about to start. To me, I'm just giving my opinion. China seems super sensitive, just to be. So what they're doing, they've suspended the viewership of NBA games overseas. I didn't know this shit until I read it this morning. Apparently, China had higher ratings of the NBA finals than the the USA did. More people in China watched the NBA finals than people did in America, which is crazy to me. I just didn't realize their standing in China, the NBA standing in China, and how heavy the NBA has taken over there. So because of Daryl Morey's tweet, the CCC, which is I think the major cable or television provider in China, they've suspended NBA viewership. So they're not going to be showing any more NBA games until who knows when. Until they get over their feelings, until the NBA has apologized thoroughly. I really don't know. James Harden came out and apologized. It sounded real generic, real vanilla. It sounds like he knows the business and he's not trying to lose no money. I don't think the Rockets are trying to lose no money, and obviously the NBA ain't trying to lose no money. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with this. Like I said, a fucking tweet started a shitstorm in real life business. So I think that's the first thing we got to address. We got to stop letting social media affect real life shit interactions. You know what I mean? I'm curious to see how the NBA handles this. I seen Steve Kerr on Twitter this morning. He chose not to comment on this, which is funny to me because he has a comment for everything else. He comments about Trump. He comments about all kind of other political shit, but he had no comment about this Hong Kong thing going on right now, which is kind of funny style to me. Maybe the NBA sent a memo out like, hey, we don't want y'all commenting on this unless it's positive. But like I said, it's going to be interesting to see. Is the NBA going to side with human rights, Hong Kong, like Daryl Morey is, or are they going to side with the money, where the money's at? It's going to be interesting to see. There's a lot of people up in arms right now just in the ethics of this. So depending on what side you stand on, it's going to be interesting to see what side wins in this situation. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for sure, because it's gonna be interesting to see who comes out with the W in this situation. Moving on, I want to get into college football. I did a top 25 college football picks 2 weeks ago, so I kind of want to do that again this week just to see what kind of success I had. The first week I did that shit, I went 11 for 14, so I did pretty damn good. Oh man, I'm tripping right now. If you watching this, go ahead, hit the like button for your boy. Come on, man. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you're watching this on Facebook or you see the link on Facebook, please share this video to Facebook. I'd really appreciate that shit, man. Help your boy get his views up. College football top 25 picks. I'm going in random order. I think this is by what time the kickoffs are again, but we just gonna get right into it, starting with Virginia and Miami. I've seen both teams play. Virginia's pretty good. Miami's pretty good, but number 20, Virginia is ranked. And although they are playing in Miami, I'm going to take Virginia in this one. I just think they have a well-rounded squad. Miami, like most college teams, has a good defense, but right now, average quarterback play. South Carolina plays number 3, Georgia. I don't remember the line on this. I'm going to take Georgia on this, but I think this is going to be a close game. I do think South Carolina covers the spread in this game. It's a pretty big double-digit spread, but I think South Carolina covers. So I'm going to take Georgia to win, but I think South Carolina will cover that spread. Let's move down. Memphis and Temple. I think Memphis is ranked number 24. I think Temple is 4-1. So this is a matchup of two pretty good teams that you've probably never seen play before. But Memphis has a high-powered offense, and I expect them to put points up on the board again. So I'm going to take Memphis in that one. My next game is number 16, Michigan versus Illinois. This one is in Champaign. Again, 2 episodes ago, I talked about Michigan and how they've been struggling. They got a W last week against Iowa, but that offense didn't do shit. So that offense better shine this game against Illinois. Illinois is trash, and I don't really see them putting up a major fight against Michigan. I just hope Michigan don't shoot themselves in the foot all game. Otherwise, they'll make it a game on the road when they don't need to. Going down, Florida State plays number 2, Clemson. Clemson is still number 2, but I've always said the ACC is weak. Now, even though they haven't played very many ACC teams, and they're the defending national title winners, so let's not put too much bad shit on their name. Right now, I don't think Clemson is the number 2 team in the country. That offense is struggling a little bit. Their defense stays solid, but Trevor Lawrence ain't playing as good as I thought he would play, and he ain't playing as good as the national media thought he would play either. But I'm gonna take Clemson. I think they probably win by 10 plus in that one. Moving down, Washington State versus Arizona State. I think this is a night game, and this is gonna be a good ass game, to be honest with you, because Washington State has already lost twice. They've already lost 2 straight. So is this going to be the 3rd straight loss for the Cougars? Arizona State obviously wants to stay in the top 25. So if they lose this game to Wazoo, they're going to drop out. I think Herm has them ready. And even though this game is a toss-up, I'm going to take Arizona State just because they're at home. But they better be able to slow down the Sun Devils' pass attack, because Mike Leach will have something. He does not want to lose 3 games in a row. So that's going to be a good-ass game, I promise you. Moving down, Michigan State plays Wisconsin. Number 8, Wisconsin. Michigan State played well against Ohio State last week. I don't think Wisconsin has a very good passing game. And I think Michigan State's, I think the best feature of their team is their run defense. So I think this is going to be a low-scoring Big Ten matchup. I'm going to take Wisconsin in a close game, but I think Michigan State keeps it tight all the way through. Going down, Texas Tech plays number 22 Baylor. Baylor looks good. Texas Tech looks good too. So again, I expect 80 points in this game, but I'm going to take Baylor to squeak it out. Moving down, number 1 Bama plays Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M is ranked 24th. No, 25, 24. It depends what poll you're looking in. But this is a matchup of 2 ranked teams. It's in College Station, so I expect a good game. But I'm going to take Bama to pull it out in the second half. I'm sure Texas A&M will play great in the first half, but you know, Nick Saban's defense will be too much for Texas A&M in the run in the end. So like I said, I'm going to take Bama. Going down, Notre Dame and USC. I think this is going to be one of the better games of the weekend. Notre Dame is ranked number 9, playing well, even though they lost to Georgia. I think Notre Dame will win this game. I think Slovis is back for USC, so hopefully he'll be able to put up a few numbers for the USC offense and keep it an interesting game. But I think because it's in South Bend, I'm going to take Notre Dame to win that one. But it'll be a good game. Going down, another good game for the day. Number 10 Penn State versus number 17 Iowa. This one is in Iowa. Iowa's coming off that loss. So even though Iowa is the lower ranked team, I'm going to take the Hawkeyes to beat Penn State. That defense is playing well. And again, I think Penn State is a run-heavy offense that still hasn't found their passing game yet. So I think Iowa will be able to slow down that passing game and control Penn State's passing game. So look for Iowa to upset Penn State this weekend. Now, my game of the week. Number 5 LSU versus number 7 Florida. This is going to be not as good as a game as people think. LSU always has a great defense, always. But I think what's always slowed down LSU in the past 5-10 years is their quarterback play. LSU has a good-ass quarterback this year. And they also have the best receiving core in the nation. If you have not seen LSU play, you need to watch their receivers play. They got 5 or 6 niggas that are nice, homie. Nice. And Joe Burrow is nice, homie. If you don't know who Joe Burrow is, Google him right now. YouTube him right now and look up some of Joe Burrow's highlights. The boy is nice. So, like I said, this is a matchup of number 5 and 7 nationally ranked teams, but I don't think this one's close. I think LSU wins by 12 plus on the road in Florida. I think Florida got a big win last week, but I think they played above their heads. They'll come back down to reality this week. Boise State, number 14 Boise State plays Hawaii. Hawaii's pretty good, man. So Boise State better watch out. I'm going to take Boise State just because it's at home on that blue turf. But again, I think this is going to be a good game. Hawaii's going to keep it close, and Boise State better be able to score with Hawaii. Otherwise, they're going to be on upset alert too. Number 25, Cincinnati plays Houston. Easy win for Cincinnati. Houston is cheeks. I've seen them play twice. And then wrapping up the top 25, Louisville plays number 19, Wake Forest. I have not seen Wake Forest play this year. I was shocked to see that they were ranked. I've seen Louisville play. So this one's a toss-up because I really don't know. I'm going to say Louisville with an upset. Fuck it. I've seen Louisville play. So Louisville's going to beat number 19 Wake Forest. And last top 25 game of the weekend is number 15 Utah versus Oregon State. This will be a good game in the first half. going into the second half, but I think Utah pulls away just because they have their defense is better and they have a better run game. Oregon State's been playing well though. Oregon State's been trashed the past couple years, but they're playing better. And I think this will be a close game. Not a super close game, but it'll be closer than the spread says. Who's my Heisman winner? Somebody asked me that a couple days ago. Right now, my pick for Heisman is Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is nice. If you have not seen Joe Burrow play, please watch this LSU Florida game this weekend. Like I said, he's the best quarterback LSU has had in decades. LSU has always had the talent to play with Alabama, always, but they've never had the quarterback play. I think this is the first year in a while LSU has the quarterback play to beat Bama. Now, I just hope they don't sleep on Florida this week. I don't think they will, but if they get it done against Florida, I'm going to say LSU is going to upset Alabama this year, all because of the play of Joe Burrow. If you have not seen him play, watch him this weekend, please. He'll be the difference maker between that big rivalry game coming up between LSU and Bama. So those are my top 25 picks for this week. I think this is week 7 of college football, which is crazy, right? Week 7 already. We're already halfway through the college football season. Those are my picks. We'll go over those next week. Hopefully, I have a good week. I'm moving fast because I don't want this episode to drag too long. But we're gonna go down to my NFL picks, starting with the Panthers and the Buccaneers. I think they play in London this week, like the Bears and Raiders did last week. So this game's really hard to pick because we all expected the Bears to beat the Raiders last week, and the Raiders won. So these London games are crazy to call, but I don't think anybody has an answer for Christian McCaffrey. So I'm taking the Panthers. Going down, the Giants play the Patriots. Again, this is a old Super Bowl matchup. It's in Foxborough, but I think this will be a better game than people think. Just because it's a Northeast kind of rivalry game. So the Giants will be ready to play. They're not going to win, but they'll be ready to play. But I'm taking the Patriots to win that game. Now, moving down, the Dolphins play the fucking Redskins. Now, I've already said the Dolphins are cheeks. And I've already said the Redskins are cheeks. And guess what? They play each other this week. So this is really a game of pride, and this is a game of who wants the number 1 pick more. I'm taking the Redskins to win just because they fired Jay Gruden this week, and whoever the interim coach was probably, or is, whoever the interim coach is, probably has sparked a little bit of fire into the Redskins. So I'm going to take the Redskins to win this game at home. Matter of fact, don't quote me on that. I don't know if it's in Washington. But either way, I take the Redskins to win. I think the Dolphins want that number 1 pick. They'll do whatever they got to do to get that number 1 pick. The Jaguars play the Saints. Taking the Saints. The Saints have been playing well. Teddy Bridgewater is balling right now. Not balling, but he's playing better than everybody predicted him to. The Saints defense is flying around, creating turnovers, and they tackle well. So I don't think the Jaguars have enough weapons to beat them. The Ravens play the Bengals. Easy win for the Ravens. The Bengals are cheeks. The Bengals are cheeks. Fuck out of here. The Seahawks play the Browns. Now, the Seahawks looked good the other night. I can't even lie. And the Browns looked trash last night. But this is going to be a good-ass game. You guys are going to call me crazy for this, but I'm going to take the Browns to win this game. The Browns, Baker Mayfield just got embarrassed in front of the nation. That offensive line for the Browns got embarrassed in front of the nation. So I think they have a redeemed game. I think they win. I think they beat the Seahawks in a really tight game. The Seahawks got to travel. If it's an early game, I'm definitely taking the Browns. But either way, I think the Browns get the upset this weekend against the Seahawks. Moving on. Eagles play the Vikings. This is going to be a good-ass game. Both teams are playing good right now, coming off wins. This is in this is in Minnesota. Fuck, this is a tough game to call. I said the Eagles are going to win the NFC East. So if I'm staying true to my picks, I picked the Packers to win the NFC North, not the Vikings. So I'm going to take the Eagles to win this game. just because I got to stay true to what I initially picked in the beginning of the year. Moving down, the Texans play the Chiefs. Now the Chiefs better wake the fuck up. Patrick Mahomes better wake the fuck up and stop limping around like his leg and his booty hurt. That was not a good look Sunday night. I'm gonna tell you that. And Andy Reid better get it together, because I mean the past 2 weeks it seems like that offense is getting figured out, which is no bueno for Pat Mahomes. And the Chiefs defense looks terrible. They look terrible. So as good as the Chiefs offense has been, they're not gonna go far with that defense. They gave up cheeks right up the middle to Marlon Mack. They could not stop the Colts run attack. So fuck, man. They're not gonna lose. I think this game's in Kansas City. If I gotta look, and I don't have time to look right now. But if it's in Texas, I think the Texans will win. If it's in Kansas City, I think the Chiefs will win. Either way, Pat Mahomes better have a rebound game, or the rumblings are really gonna start that he's been figured out. Going down, a few more games left. We got the Falcons and the Cardinals. Now, the Atlanta Falcons are cheeks. The Falcons are cheeks, nigga. Fuck. These motherfuckers are wasting Julio Jones' career on mamas. I have faith in the Falcons this year. I didn't think they'd win the division, but I thought they'd be way better than what they're playing like now. So I think Kyler Murray has been playing decent. He hasn't been playing good. He hasn't been playing bad. He's just been playing right in the middle. I think he has a breakout game this week against the Falcons. So I'm going to take the Cardinals at home to beat the Falcons. The 49ers play the Rams. The 49ers look good, dog, for real. Their D-line probably is the best D-line in football right now. They had Baker Mayfield shook last night in that Monday night game. The Rams look a little suspect on defense, and Todd Gurley ain't balling right now. So it's all on Jared Goff. And if it's all on Jared Goff, that means that 49ers pass rush is going to have a field day. So I'm going to take the 49ers to beat the Rams in LA, which is going to push the 49ers to 5-0, which is crazy. But if that D-line continues to play like that, there ain't going to be too many teams that can fuck with the Niners, man. Just watch out. That 49ers Seahawks game is going to be real good in a couple weeks. I think it's like week 10 or 11 or some shit like that. But that 49ers Seahawks game is going to be good. But I'm going to take the 49ers to beat the Rams. The Titans play the Broncos. Now, I picked the Titans to win the AFC North, but they bullshitting right now. And the Broncos just got their first win against the Chargers. So maybe they got a little momentum right now. Based on last week, I'm taking the Broncos to win this game. They were down in the dump, so they found a way to beat the Chargers, or the Chargers found a way to lose, depending on how you look at it. The Broncos went on the road and got a W. The Titans are kind of stumbling right now. So I'm going to take the Broncos to beat the Titans. The Cowboys play the Jets. I'm going to take the Cowboys to get a W. Even though Sam Darnold is back this week, he's mono-free. He's mono-free, but I think the Cowboys redeemed themselves against the sorry-ass Jets this week. Sunday night, the Steelers play the Chargers. I would have took the Steelers if Mason Rudolph didn't get knocked out last week. That shit was scary, man. Like, I mean, I love to see big hits, but I don't ever want to see somebody get knocked out cold like that, man. I don't think Earl Thomas was trying to be dirty. I don't think he hit him intentionally, but he caught that chin. And just like in a fight, if you get caught on your chin the right way, nighty-night, homeboy. And Mason Rudolph went to sleep. So I don't want to see that, man. I don't think anybody wants to see that. I like motherfuckers getting blasted, but to see somebody get put to sleep like that is that shit's scary. Last game of the weekend, Lions play the Packers on Monday night. Aaron Rodgers is playing well. He's playing real well. The Packers defense is playing well, and I think for the first time in a few seasons, the Packers have a decent run game, which takes some pressure off Aaron Rodgers. So I'm going to take the Packers to win in a tight one on Monday night because the Lions have been playing good. Patricia has that defense playing good. And Matt Stafford's not turning the ball over. So I think this will be a good game, a good close game. But my faith is in Aaron Rodgers at home. You know, I can't pick against him at home. So those are my NFL picks for what I think is week 6 in the NFL. Real quick before I get up out of here, my MVP so far of the NFL is Christian McCaffrey, motherfucker. Some people have said Russell Wilson. Some people have said Aaron Rodgers. But Christian McCaffrey is balling right now. Maybe because Cam's gone. I think he would still be balling if Cam was here. So that shit's irrelevant to me. But I'm going to be real with you. We ain't seen a white boy ball like this in a long ass time. Matter of fact, we may not have ever seen a white boy balling like this. So he's doing record-setting shit just in the fact that he's the first white running back that's been balling in a while. There's Peyton Hillis. There's a few others that in the past come to mind. But Peyton Hillis didn't have he didn't have the jelly, baby. He didn't have McCaffrey got jelly, boy. He got jelly, and I love watching him play, homie. So my MVP so far for the NFL is Christian McCaffrey, and if they keep feeding him, he's gonna win the MVP. That run he made last week was in a work of art, homie. Real shit. He read the block and then just got vertical and got up out of there and did not get caught. So I hope and think Christian McCaffrey is setting the standard for a new breed, you know? So I'm gonna wrap it up on that note, man. I appreciate everybody for watching this 13th episode. Like I said, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. And then if you are on Facebook, go ahead and share this video on the Facebook for your boy. I appreciate everybody for watching That Real Shit Sports Talk. I'll catch y'all motherfuckers next week, bitch.